All right, here we go on another adventure for the Sarcosuchus. It's gonna be my first aquatic dinosaur. All right, this is the start of the Sarcosuchus. Yeah. I don't really, I haven't really noticed a lot of Sarcosuchuses in the world. I mean, I'm guessing they're probably more near around water. They hang, of course, they would hang around water more because they're not that fast on land. But I've seen like once. I believe I was killed by one, but I don't see much of them. Rainbow Hills. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Rockfall Hills. Whoa, it's a big spider. I will say I give mad respect to people, and specifically on official servers, because there's no passive growth. Like people who've like grown like all the dinosaurs available to adult. Like it's so much time and grindy work to get there, and it's a very rinse and repeat kind of experience, which can get a little boring after a while. I mean, I like the game, it's fun, but after a while, everything just kind of comes to end the same way. Like, you grow big, you crest and grow big, and then, like, you don't really come across a lot of players in the non-hotspot zones, and then you get lonely, and then you want to, like, actually maybe kill something, or join a group of players that are hunting something. And then you just end up in a hotspot or Grand Plains, and then you either go there to die, kill, and then it's just kind of, I feel like it rinses and repeats a little bit. And that's fine. Like, it can get a little boring after a while. But no, I'm excited to see the next dinosaurs that they're gonna release. I of course have never played an aquatic on this game or flyer, so the Sarcosuchus is definitely going to be an interesting experience. But the hats or the flyer dinosaur, I'll probably definitely put in the energy and effort to experience the aquatic side and the flyer side. But I can't say that I'll record much more after that. It all depends on how I'm feeling. I'm definitely not going to do every single dinosaur, unfortunately. I mean, I never promised or committed to that, but I just really want to focus on other things too, because this game is very, very grindy. And after, I think, the aquatic experience and the flyer experience, it's kind of the same thing. Like, after a while, it's not like something new. So once I get past these last two dinosaurs that I'm interested in playing, I'll probably take a decent break. I know I took a break even now uploading this. Like, I mean, I was grinding hard growing dinosaurs just to kind of experience them, but I had to take like a week off from it just because you can really go crazy in this game. Like, just keep growing, spend a lot of hours just questing. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed this game a lot, and I'm not complaining. It's just, I'm sure most people could agree with me that after a while it does just end up kind of becoming a rinse and repeat experience. I'll go in home cave though to get that growth experience in. That's kind of cool that there's home caves out in the aquatic ocean now. It's actually a decent bit, which makes sense because I'm slow on land, so I should have a chance to have a safe spot to go in a home cave in the aquatic world. Okay, but what the hell? I go in the cave, and I'm in, there's a air pocket for me to walk on and stuff. So you go in an aquatic home cave and it looks just like a regular home cave. That's a little weird. I would have expected, like, as you're coming into the home cave, it's filled with water, but then you can dive up where there's a pocket of air. Like, I think the design of a home cave, at least in the ocean, should be a completely different base design for an aquatic compared to a land dinosaur, because this is literally the same as a land dinosaur. I think it should be a little different for an aquatic. That's just, you know, that's just my opinion. I go to an underwater home cave and it just becomes a land cave. Like, really? Also, if anyone has reached this part of the video, I'm very curious. Is Sarcosuchus considered an apex in this game, or are they more of like a strong mid-tier, like just below apex maybe? Because they look like they could get pretty big. I mean, the last time I saw one, I mean, they were huge, but I mean, do they still count as an apex or not? Let me know. Anyone who wants to answer that. I can tell though that this game definitely will punish you as a Sarcosuchus if you go too far inland, because I mean, they're not very fast. I think they look like they have moderate speed, but I think that's going to slow down as I grow bigger, because juvies, I think, are all pretty fast at the start. But yeah, I mean, they definitely want you to stay closer to the water. Otherwise, if you get caught, you know, it's probably a good chance that you're gonna get outmaneuvered, hunted really bad, and yeah, you know the rest. I'm the Sarco of the world, yeah. Sarco of the world. What the hell? I can group up with a flyer? Oh! I got PTSD for a second. I thought he was gonna kill me. The group members killing people. Time to find Pebble Island, or Pebble Isle. It's kind of a hike, but I'm gonna make. I will say the ocean's pretty. I think for how slow I am, and mind you, I picked the subcategory species, whatever, where like 10% swim speed. I mean, if this is really how fast I'm moving, nothing is gonna want to like encourage me to actually explore the ocean, or just like the ocean design. Like, I'm already kind of moving a little slow. But to be fair, I am used to Beast of Bermuda speed and aquatics. I mean, a Beast of Bermuda aquatic swimming is nothing like this. I mean, it's so unrealistic in Beast of Bermuda. At least the how fast you can swim and the darting and stuff like that. But here it's just like standard. But the movements are very slow. I don't really know how aquatic combat would look like in this game. It'd probably just be really slow. All right, let's check out Pebble Isle. Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty cool. Is there much questing in this area though? I love how secluded it is though. Oh my god, I love it. Get these crabs. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm like starving. I got so distracted from questing, I didn't even realize I was starving this bad. Well, I'm gonna wait for this timer to go out and I'm gonna see what quests are available here. Because there has to be. It says 0%. So there should be quests, right? Quest failed, but there's nothing here. Aw, man, there's no quests here. It's just kind of like a discover kind of thing. Whatever, I guess. That's fine. It's a cool little area, though. I doubt I'll probably find anybody. It's just like, who's gonna swim that far out? Like, who's doing that? Let's see what this next little area is right here. Okay, so this area is called Flyers Bluff. Ooh, this is kind of pretty, not gonna lie. I love like the sunbeams that pass through the ocean water. I love it. It's so realistic. Unlike freaking, you know, Beast of Bermuda. I'm not talking trash, but you know. Okay, that feels a little weird to me. This feels weird to me. Please, someone please explain the point of this, please. Someone. I mean, you're really telling me that a grown adult shark, I just pressed the bite button and I just instantly swallow the shark. Someone has to please explain this to me. What is the purpose of that? If I even worded that the best way I could, like why? Like, not even like a little bit of fighting, like just doing some damage just like it would be on land. I mean, are you telling me that all the AI in the water is just literally just food only? Like they don't fight back? Because look how fast that freaking gave me food, like instantaneously. And I got bleed healing for eating that too. Oh, that's a little strange. That's super funny though. Yeah, let me just chomp this shark and just sitting in my mouth, I'll just swallow the entire thing just in one bite, like I'm some anaconda or something. This area is called the Teeth? What's down here? Or is it just like a little, just like a hole? Yep. Okay. Still kind of cool. I can probably guess though that there's not that many aquatic players, especially players that like it's just aquatic only, not semi-aquatics. Semi-aquatics I think I could bear, but I probably would guess that the ocean's pretty boring, not gonna lie. It's probably boring, or it can just be lonely, I should say. Like, I think it seems like most players are terrestrial dinosaurs. So. Whoa, that goes deep. Let's swim down there. Okay, this is kind of scary. Oh my god. Why is it getting so dark? Whoa, this is scary. No, that's really scary. I'm not doing that. No. That's super scary. I don't know what that is, but I'm swimming back up. It would be awesome to see natural disasters in this game. And, you know, I'm not trying to, like, compare it too much to Beasts of Bermuda. Like, I know that there's natural disasters in Beasts of Bermuda with, like, fires and tornadoes and lightning, but... or death by lightning. And they don't need to add death by lightning or, what else? You know, a tornado. But I think forest fires starting by lightning in this game makes sense. I mean, that's a real thing that happens now, and it happened back then. I think it would be really interesting to see how, you know, players react to that in this game. So I think I could understand why they may not have wanted to do that. I'm sure they've thought about, you know, should we incorporate natural disaster developers. I know that Beasts of Bermuda, even in some community servers, they turn off like forest fires and tornadoes because sometimes like they spawn, especially tornadoes, like they'll spawn at certain points of the map that'll make the whole server laggy. And I know forest fires can make the game really, really laggy for players because it's a lot going on. It could affect the performance of the game, which I understand, and maybe that's part of the reason why they didn't want to add it here. Maybe they were worried that it would affect performance in the game, probably making computers really hard to run whenever they would occur. So I can understand that too, if that is the reason why they didn't put it in. But this game seems like it's trying to aim somewhat for a realistic feel, so I'm surprised that they did not incorporate even like a really small kind of natural disaster event that could take place in this game. All right, the ultimate truth. Am I gonna die after this fall? I mean, it's water, right? I shouldn't die, right? Really, it might be shallow there. Oh no, if I should do it. Oh, please don't die. Yay, I didn't die. Ooh, would you look at this? Someone died and they didn't claim the trophy. Home cave's right there too. Wow. Let me take trophy. Alright, let's turn in this trophy. Gonna be adolescent soon. Come on, adolescent, let's go. Adolescent. Yay. Probably pick up some new abilities too. So it looks like I got a group mate trying to kill me. You know what I'm guessing? Because it says feed kit lover. Probably starving. He's trying to kill me. Okay. Who wants to play like that? That's fine. That's fine. Hold on. Pick them from the group. I'm gonna risk it even if I die. Yep, missed that one. That's fine. I have a home cave debuff, but if I can get in the water, it's not gonna do anything. Oh. Wait, you can't see me. They cannot see me. Wait, they should be able to. My tail's right there. I'm gonna kill him because he's being mean. What up? This is what they get for trying to kill me. trying to camp me outside of home camp. Really? Grouped up with me twice. Ridiculous, man. Ah. Oh! I was nipping at him. He did a lot of damage to me. Oh man, I've always wanted to know what this little island was over here. And it has actually a decent bit of mass to it as well. We're gonna find out in a second. Alright, what is this? Red, oh, of course. A lot more basic than I'd realized. The Red Island. Huh. That's pretty cool. All right, let's continue straight. Discover these other two island-ish sections or land masses, and then we'll go inland. This area is actually kind of cool though, not gonna lie. This is pretty cool. One thing I can appreciate about like certain spots, especially like these in comparison to like the ocean and Beast of Bermuda, I feel like they definitely put a lot more like eye detail to just some of the underwater foliage. I feel like, you know, Beasts of Bermuda, they have to make such large masses of water for all the aquatics and semi-aquatics, so there's a lot of room for, you know, the really super fast darts and stuff. So they kind of, you know, won't put as much detail, at least I think, in some of the aquatic life. But what's cool about this is I kind of like how open it feels, and there's actually a lot of water mass than I actually expected for this game. Maybe a little too much for how little aquatics there are, in my opinion, at least. I mean, I'm not hating. I mean, it's cool that they you know, they clearly have put, you know, enough time and space for, you know, aquatic life to happen and you know, whatever, but I feel like they really went all out on this map. But I'm guessing that's kind of fair, because I heard in Pandora, or just the last map before this one, the first map, there wasn't, I don't think there was even aquatics, right? Or there wasn't even any water. So it looks like they definitely made up for that in this map. I was so busy playing terrestrial dinosaurs, I didn't even realize how much water space there actually was. And as much as I can appreciate how much there is, it feels kind of weird how slow I feel swimming, and yet there's so much water to explore. That's the only like ick I have, is that like exploring all the water just seems to be like going 10 miles under the speed limit on a highway, on like a major highway. That's what it feels like. It's like, yeah, you're gonna get where you're trying to go, but you're going kind of really slow. But I will admit, I am a little spoiled, because Beasts of Bermuda spoils aquatic players. I mean, you know, you see aquatic players flying in the air after they dart. You know, they go 40 feet in the air, so I guess I should be a little more, you know, not so nitpicky, but still. I really do enjoy the scenery in the water, and I'm telling you right now, my most favorite thing is the sunbeams shining through the upper surface of the water. That is like my most favorite thing. Hey, look, subadult. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna try and enter that water bank in between Desolate Pass and Impact Crater. And I'm gonna kind of scope the water around Grand Plains, because I would say from Birchwoods, Titan Pass, and Grand Plains, and Darkwoods, but basically that riverbank in between Titan Pass and Grand Plains, right here, that is a hot spot. I would assume for aquatic players, because there's so many terrestrial dinosaurs who try to cross. This is a really good spot for me, so I'm gonna try and get there from where I'm at. Here we go. Hopefully I don't die. This is very dangerous without water nearby. Not gonna lie though, I think I would actually prefer to play an aquatic on this game rather than terrestrial. And the reason why I say that, I don't feel like there's that many aquatic players. I think there's definitely more semi-aquatic players, but just in general, both semi-aquatics and aquatic player base, it's definitely on the lower end compared to all the terrestrial dinosaurs. It actually kind of makes it a little safer and easier to survive. And Sarcosuchus, I mean, definitely seems pretty strong. I mean, I haven't had some large game in a while. I mean, I haven't fought anything really large, so it's hard to say, but they definitely can pack a punch as an ambush predator. I think I know I'll have fun, because at least on official servers, I barely see any aquatic players. And I think because people are probably used to not seeing many aquatic players, they get a little too comfortable in the water. And that's where you can have fun fighting terrestrial dinosaurs, is that, and I have already noticed playing this game that crossing water, I do that mindlessly. I don't even care about what's in the water half the time. And that's not like that in Beast of Bermuda. People are definitely not as scared when they cross riverbanks in any kind of water. They're not as scared, 100%. And I can take that to my advantage. Something swimming right now. Come here. You ain't going anywhere, bud. You're mine. Come here. Oh, yeah. That is what I'm talking about, man. Oh, man. Just as I was talking about taking advantage of terrestrial dinosaurs crossing the water, I get my first adult kill. Crazy. And I get a trophy. I also thought of something too, and it's made me wonder, in all the games where there's aquatics, like games like these, why do they never add a damn shark? It's like sharks played a really good part just in these times, in these eras. I mean, and I'm not talking about, oh, you know, dropping the megalodon. I'm not talking about that kind of shark, but just, you know, other ancestral, you know, sharks that are related to the great white. I mean, sharks have a huge line of history, and they're probably one of the very few marine animals that kind of have stayed the same or similar in terms of hunting. They don't add sharks. Sharks would be so scary in this game. It would feel like Jaws all over again. You know how scared I would be if someone grew like whatever really large species of a shark there is at these kind of times, and you're trying to cross the water and you just see this fin sprinting at you in the water. Do you know how scary that would be? You know, so at some point these developers need to put in a shark. I mean, seriously, it would be so much fun to scare players. Because, you know, we as humans, you know, we're still playing the game. Yeah, we're in the image of our dinosaur, but nothing's scarier, in my opinion, to a human being than a scary big-ass shark in the water. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's probably other scary sea life, but you can't tell me that most humans that would see a shark in the water is scary as hell. Got some activity. A lot of raptors. Did I scare them? That is super scary though. Oh my god, I just lunged so fast with that charge bite. That was really, really scary, not gonna lie. Those raptors must have been like, what the hell? I don't know if they started hearing the charge up though. I know it's raining, could be kind of hard to hear. I was so close. There's still 2 more points, like Impact Crater and the one next to it. I need to discover those. But it's really deep inland. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna get caught. Well, I think I'm gonna swim around, see if I can discover Impact Crater without dying. I'm definitely probably gonna die if I try. But I really want to get up there. Those are 2 points for me to explore, and then I can loop back around if I'm not already full grown, back to Stego Mountain, Salt Flats, etc., etc. Hell, I could even finish checking out those islands above Golden Kelp. There's still stuff I need to check out over there, so we'll see. Alright, I'm halfway there, and I'm still uncontested. I don't know for how long, but we'll see. There's something slamming over there in the corner. I'm not sure what it is. Probably a nano. I hear massive destruction over there. But I'm just coming out of Grand Plains, so it should start to quiet down a little bit. I've just been taking my time, walking, because I realize Sarcosuchus has the fastest stamina drain if you run on land. So I am forced to trot my way to these point of interest locations, which is so anti-me because I am so impatient and I just want to run everywhere. So, you know, this actually requires a lot of work for me to not press the hold shift button. This is very hard for me, but I'm making it so far. Oh, thank God. No need to go further. Ah, the work's done. All right. And I'm in a good spot too because I can now get this mountain one. And then I can make my way back to White Cliffs and discover those islands up there or land masses up at the top left corner of the map. Come on, I just need a little bit. There we go. Wilderness Peak. Perfect. Okay. Now I can leave this darn area. I swear, if this is not a point of interest location, okay, thank God. Lonely Isle. You know what? I'm not just gonna leave. I want to see what this Lonely Isle looks like. I want to see how lonely it really is. And hold on, let me go swallow this fish. At first it looked like a shark. Come on, let's see. How lonely is this place? Holy jeez. Yep, pretty lonely to me. Why would anyone want to come here? Like, I understand that it's a point of interest, but why would someone want to come here other than to just get experience and the growth? Like, some of these land masses, I'm not gonna lie, they're pointless. Like, I'm sorry, there's not enough aquatics and semi-aquatics in this game to appreciate the land masses that are spread out across Gondwa. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. There's just not enough. You know, 6 or 7 semi-aquatics in all this land mass, all this water mass, and all this land mass in the middle of it. And the ocean is basically just stretched out on the bottom left, bottom right, and top left corners. It's so far away from each other that the only way to interlock with the other side of the ocean is to either swim all the way around, or swim through the riverbanks in the middle. But in some kind of way, both options are long as shit. This is just a lot more water mass than I expected in this game, and there's just not enough aquatics in general. And there's these like little landmass isles across Gondwa, these spots, these little like checkpoint spots that nobody's residing at. Nobody is residing at them. And if they are, it's just like a little resting spot. It's a resting spot for the semi-aquatics. And I get that part too. You know, there should be resting spots for semi-aquatics that want to go out in the ocean, because otherwise you're going to be stamina drained the whole time. I get it. But like, to go out of your way to make it a point of interest, like it's something to do here, and then when you get here, there's not even any quests to do, it just feels pointless. Like, okay, yeah, just found Castaway Isle. Now I'm gonna leave. I know there's gonna be like no quests here, so there's no point in even exploring. Like that's what ends up happening with like 90% of these secluded little isle spots. I wish that they could come up with something that would make them useful, or just, I don't know, just throw clams and turtle shells all over the place and let people do, you know, Gift of the Sea quest, starfish, turtle shells, lake sponge. At least do that. Some of these isles don't even have any of that. But I'm gonna stop complaining. You know, I'm just being nitpicky. But I see all this, I can't help but, you know, just say, like, I see all these point of interest, and out in the ocean, I feel like 90% of them are unused. There's just so much, and there's too much for how little semi-aquatics there are. Oh my god! These raptors just came out of nowhere. Oh my god, I'm so low. They're doing so much damage, man. Like, I'm in the most random spot ever, and they just come out of nowhere. Well, this is gonna be a problem, because I was going to cut through Hunter's Ticket, you know, burn forest, ocean pillars to get to the other side, and now these raptors are here. This is gonna be an issue for me. I don't want to have to go around, because these guys are kind of camping the ground right now. We'll have to see. Yeah, sure, I'll group up with them. You better not kill me. Oh man, there's a Spino. Is that even fightable? Oh man, we have to hold our ground now. Unless he's not gonna fight us. He might not, because there's two of us. Oh, that was scary. Oh, don't mind me. Just chilling on Ripple Beach, vibing, you know, all alone. My group mate is probably across the entire world right now. Probably back at Rainbow Hills where I left them. Swam across half the map. You know, just vibing, about to discover Stego Mountain, you know. Almost adult too. I've been doing a lot of risky business. Just kind of casually walking on land. I'm surprised I haven't come across anybody. But hey, that's just my luck. But literally, whether you guys believe me or not, I did not die. Not a single time. And yes, the majority of my time was spent in the ocean. I will admit that that is not probably the most dangerous thing that can happen on this game, or many dangerous encounters. But still, I freaking walked from the edge of Titan's Pass all the way to Impact Crater and Wilderness Peak. So I would say that's pretty dangerous. I had to cross many dangerous things. So give me some slack. Time to discover this damn thing. I swear to God, nobody better run up on me. Ah, thank God. Now we can go back to the water. Oh man, we're gonna hit adult here real soon. Oh, what a journey, man. I would say this is definitely my fastest, just in terms of growing. Most of the time I just kind of swam around and discovered points. Kind of it. But I still enjoyed it. Now I need to kill some stuff. I'm getting a little bloodthirsty here. I need to kill some players. Adult growth, yay! Congratulations. Oh yeah. Something's resting here. Whoa! There's no way! I just one-shotted him. That was probably the best ambush I could have ever done. That guy must have been like, what the heck just happened to me? It just sucks that I kind of have to sit around near the water. Like, I basically can't go out of the water at all. If I do, it's just like instant death. It's not something that's possible for me. What the hell's that in the water? Yeah, I think I'll leave him alone. Whoa! Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Why would he want to attack another semi-aquatic, bro? I wasn't even trying to attack them, he just turned on me. I can't be surprised though. That's just how this dumb game is. Okay, not dumb, just sometimes official games can, you know, can be dumb, but that's okay. The question is, can I get him? Ah! I know he's low as hell. I can't sprint for very long though. Damn it! Bye-bye. Oh, he's dead. surprised he's even trying that. Well, I killed his buddy, so. Yum, yum, yum. Is he in the water? What? Why did he do that? Maybe he was trying to jump over to make it in this side. If it was me, I would never have risked that. Not when I saw a Sarco in the water. That's definitely not something I would have risked. I can swim over so easily. Why would you risk that? These guys looked like they were sub-adults. We finally made it to adult, and I got to experience, you know, the basic introduction to the Sarcosuchus, so I'd say that's pretty cool. I really appreciated the ocean and some of the aquatic life. I know I kind of said a lot of my piece about it. I'm not gonna talk anyone's ear off again about it, but definitely need more aquatic life going on and more interesting things going on in the water. Even if there's like dangerous AI, you know, in the water. I mean, they can do alpha critters on land. Why can't they do alpha marine life, you know? Not really sure why that hasn't been implemented yet, but you know, maybe that's coming. I don't know. But if anyone knows anything about like future aquatic gameplay, definitely comment down below and just kind of like let me know like if there are more plans for the aquatic gameplay on Path of Titans, because there's definitely a lot of potential for it. I mean, it's all there, so maybe they're just gonna get to it. A lot of the point of interest, pretty cool too. Most of my growing was really just kind of exploring the whole map. I'm not gonna lie. I did maybe a few quests here and there, but most of it was discovering all the isles and then most of the mainland point of interest. So there's actually there was a lot more than I realized. Hell, I probably didn't even discover it all. I could have missed one or two, I don't know. But I thought it would be more boring for me just swimming around. I think the first time around, actually discovering it for the first time won't make it as boring, but again, the same issue for terrestrial dinosaurs. I can see it being really boring, like if you're making multiple aquatics over and over again, and you're literally just swimming around the same itinerary or route just to discover all the point of interests. But it's nice that there's more. I feel like aquatics or more so semi-aquatics can grow pretty fast just because they have access to pretty much all the point of interests. So semi-aquatics kind of have it easy in this game, not gonna lie. I remember speaking before about pointlessness of all the point of interests that are very secluded. I was thinking back on that statement, and as much as that might be true in official servers, that might not be true in community servers. So who knows, maybe because of the passive growth that some community servers give to their players, it's very possible that you might find more players actually exploring different parts of the map and maybe even hanging out in very secluded areas because there is passive growth. But at least on official servers where you have to do quests, I don't see the value and point to actually hang out in the remote isles, because most of them don't allow you to do quests. I'm sure that could be a little different in community servers, but a lot of what I say is mostly just my perspective of the base game and official servers. So if I ever say anything that might sound very general for the game, keep in mind that I'm also just stating it based off of the fact that this is official servers. I'm stating it towards that. I'm not saying that it couldn't or wouldn't exist in community or private servers. Not gonna lie though, this probably was my second, third best dinosaur to grow. I really liked playing this guy. I felt like I was able to have better opportunities to kill players. I will say I liked Sarcosuchus way more than I expected. So can't wait to see what else they'll bring to the table with this game, especially in the semi-aquatic world. So I'll have to stay updated with that. I may or may not, you know, play a little more or at least showcase another dinosaur. I mean, I'll definitely play the game, but depending on if I want to make more content for my channel on this game, we'll have to see. I still haven't grown the flyer, the big one, the hats, whatever. Just that's probably going to be my last one for a good bit. I've grinded a lot trying to grow and, you know, get the good experience of Path of Titans, but I'm starting to hit that point where, okay, it's good. It's time to take a little break. 100% guaranteed thing that will happen is that if I do end up putting out more content on this game, the next one is definitely going to be a flyer. But for now, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.